just eating some food, but I couldn't wait to do a film. So, excuse me whilst I have a little bit. Everything's alright. Apart from a situation that I can't help but just put it across it nonchalantly as I can. Because if I try and put it across in a kind of, not forceful, but a bit more of a stressful way, like you should have a look type of thing. Nope. I'm not looking. I get that, right? So, this point, as in like this long smudge of time, right? That it's there, so don't even fucking bother asking what one, right? Just because you can't fucking empathise with someone who's done something different to you, and it doesn't involve music. And it involves something quite important, as little as you may think it's not important. Because this is what it's about. This is what it was about, see. When I initially started doing some research, just doing general research, kind of getting warped by the conspiracy realms, yeah? It wasn't long before I got into a particular thread of which I knew was I had intuitive feelings about this. That this was a kind of exposure, what I was doing, yeah? This was back in 2013. Almost 9 years ago. That's right. 9 years, yeah? And please bear that in mind, people. 9 years, yeah? 9 years. So over that time, I built up quite a lot of stuff. And this is the reason why I'm kind of seemingly passionate about this stuff as well. Because I just want to move on. I want other people to move on as well. And get the information instead of but just continue bullshitting each other with fucking absolute bullshit stories. And yeah, they are bullshit stories because they don't know. How can they know when they've never been bothered to look in the first place? How can you tell another person what you think that I am? And how can the other person tell you, or the other person, how they think about me, and then them believe them and go along with that when it's just non-founded? This is what's really fucking creepy and dangerous, see? Not only Loveday is absolutely fucked, right? Get that into his head. When he talks to you, I'm talking to someone now who does talk to him, yeah? It's the only kind of like, it's where I kind of gauge where Loveday's at, yeah? And when the person comes over here and kind of just recites almost verbatim a Lovedayism, I know for a fact this is not coming from your core, is it? This is like straight from, you can put a growly voice on it a bit. Like the time with the car scratch thing. No, it wasn't bothering down. What was that fucking all of a sudden that jerk reaction about the scratch? He did scratch my car. People saw him and he's fucking told people. So can you get that in your head? Both sides as well. He did scratch it. Why did you scratch my car that day? Why? After you fucking attacked me in the garden. Why? Why? Wasn't that enough for you? Oh, because you called me a kitty fiddler. Did I? I think you might have to backtrack on a few of those films, mate, because I didn't call you a kitty fiddler. If you'd been bothered to fucking look at it properly, I didn't. Right? And everyone knows this. So you can't fucking say I did. You fucking weird prick. Anyway, the emails that were sent, bear in mind they got my email anyway. They could send it directly to me. This is no mistake, people. This is no mistake, because these people, I gotta give it to them. They're kind of more intelligent, more sneaky than intelligent, but they are quite intelligent as well. They know stuff about the law, but they're more sneaksters, yeah. And I gotta say, they're probably more sneaky than you, because they well fucking sneaked the troublemakers into trouble. Yeah, And the thing is, I can't do anything about it, except for just kind of warn a little bit, fucking maybe a little bit funny, without fucking absolutely just shaking you physically. And even then, I wouldn't do it. I know it wouldn't. But you have to understand what's coming down the line. It is coming down the line. It's already come down the line for a lot of people, into their arms. But I'm not going to speak about that because I'll get a shadow ban. Well, not a shadow ban, full ban. Got a full ban off that other one. These emails, and when they didn't work, the comments on my YouTube, that tied it all up, really. I mean, these emails to Cerberus Future Technologies should have done something, really, if anyone had a clue. Now, bear in mind, when these were sent, 2019, August 2019, I'd been on to these people for 6 years already. 6 years, yeah. That's like 2 university courses of 3 years, yeah. The amount of time gone into this, yeah. And it wasn't wasted. Don't make me waste it. Of course I'm not going to waste it. But what are you going to do to yourselves? Because this is not good. And I can't help this, man. They did this. And if you think I'm going to fucking just shut up about this and then let's fucking crawl under a rock and not mention these emails that got sent, they know that too because they sent the emails, see. And if you think that I may have fucking made some avatars up and sent them myself to you under different names, mentioning all these people, all these deep fucking dodgy people, you're bright guys, aren't you? I mean, one of you reckons that they're the most intelligent man they've ever met. Don't you think that this is dodgy? Me making up shit then? Isn't that... Couldn't that get you prison? I'm sure that could get a person in prison. You know, that committed amount of time to make shit up about a certain group of people for no reason. I'm talking about these people who I originally busted, yeah? I printed out all these emails. Even the Cerberus ones alone kind of really do shatter a person's reality. When they understand this, when they understand that at that point it become quite a boresome, tiresome. I'd become tiresome going on about what I'd found out, yeah. And all I needed to put was a little bit of clarification, really, from people around me, obviously, who could have a look at what I was at the whole thing and realise totally, yeah, that I was bang on. I'd caught these people out, yeah. Don't ask what people. So they know about time and they know about time limits, yeah? And when I say there's a time limit and you just go, like as if there's not, and there clearly is, because it's all coming in. These emails are more than confirmations. These are... Now, all, like I said, it was in 2019, this was, yeah? Regardless of what it says, it basically, I'll read one of them. It's Thursday, August 29th, 2019. Christina Eisenhower wrote, Dear Si, I thought I was being guided to do a Skype chat with you, but now I'm not sure. I know his brother's voice, a bit of an HG voice. Dexter and all his beings he has around him, those are Free Zone Scientologist friends of his, yeah, who, well, they're not friends, not physical friends, they're online friends, yeah, ones that have left the cult. Dexter and all his beings he has around him are calling to me again and basically torturing me. Anything that was once good about me has been destroyed now, because now I understand how a person can kill. If he was standing before me and I was still feeling what I'm feeling now with the coding and energetic interference, and if I had a gun, I would shoot him. I bet he'd shoot me too, if we were to go. My life is a total nightmare because of him. I'm talking about Dexter at all, yeah? And this is Christina, someone else who wasn't on the forum, but knows Dexter. I know it's not me. It's not a fake version of me. Try and say that. Go on, Loveday. Because on the 1st of November, you'll be saying a lot, mate. As in nothing. My life is a total nightmare because of him. He is egotistical to a degree I didn't know was possible. He has been trying to turn me into a compliant robot. I hate him. And all I can do now is pray. I cannot do a Skype chat with you as I'm at my lowest point and I don't know what's going to happen to me. Oh. Anyway, so easily from what I find really, I gotta say, in comparison, yeah, I don't even have to explain this much to people. Say I don't know. People who have fucking no clue about this, and they realise that this is really bad. You know what I've been put through. I don't even have to explain that much. Like that person down at Bez's farm, like I didn't even have to explain. He's like, shit, that's fucking really bad. I'm like, yeah, I know. None of my friends think it is, though. They think it's normal. And that must be because they're... it's no fault on them. It's just because, I think, because they may have been primed. They're mentally primed with the initial... what's it called? Personality. However someone puts someone and tells someone, oh, he's just like this and that. That's what Loveday has done, yeah? So people were just, oh yes, I was fucking mad, yeah, he's just off his head, yeah. After 6 years, well, 2017 I went public, yeah. But that was after more than 3 years of being gaslighted by these free zones, yeah? Free zone people. Oh, Rich, do you know who they're members of? Or they have to go through the whole shebang with? Do you remember that? Oh, don't mention them. Why not, Loveday? Because we're busting them, see? What's it to do with you, anyway? You fucking cock. Loveday. Why? Why did he make it so difficult? I know why. Fuck yeah. Why am I asking why? It's because of these, isn't it? Did you download these Masonic diversion tactics? 25 of them, and every single one of them is what you do. You and your next door neighbours do. All the time. You can't get away from it. You can't step anywhere without stepping in one of these and being questioned. So what if I was to say to you, anyone out there now, I'm not just busting Scientology, I'm busting the free nations too. And that does mean there's a smudge there. If there's been a Mason, a Freemason in your family, guaranteed you can have a bit of that Masonic, satanic vibe in your core too. And that's known. There's no way you can escape that. Bit like I can't escape my pirate blood. I have to just drain it all out. Bit like, yeah, anyone who's got a fucking Freemason granddad. Aye, that's right, because no matter how much that granddad paid attention to his child, which will most likely be your dad, when they were being brought up, or your dad had been brought up, or not, it's going to have a foundational Masonic control. And that's it. I'm not just pointing the one finger at one person, because this is right across the board. This is what it's been all about. Plus, there's too many of these emails that got sent to Cerberus. Now, so what should I have done? What should I have done? Maybe, possibly take them a little bit more seriously. As stressful as it may have been for you, It was like the clarification of why I was going so mad, yeah? I mean, I didn't even get shown until weeks later. Oh, I just got these. I was thinking, what the fuck, you didn't show me before? I don't expect people to think about me all the time. Probably they do, though, in wrong ways. I think about how to fuck me up. Like, these are so fucking critically obvious of what they were doing, yeah? And just because your Cerberus thing is not available anymore, I've still got the emails in my Gmail. And I'm sure they've got the emails as well. Like, they were doing this because they were kind of tired. I'm talking about the people I busted online. They were tired. They were like, shit. Because it was an experiment to them too, in a way. It was an experiment for them to see how far someone could go in trying to expose this, and how far a person's so-called friend would regard or react upon, or take into slight consideration that it's not entirely a personal thing. It's kind of, this is like a worldwide thing, yeah, you know, kind of does affect the whole, did and has affected the whole world forever. And that time limit's gone. The time limit of the catastrophic downfall of humanity has already gone, yeah? And that's because it's evident right in our faces or in your arms, whatever you want to look at it. You want to look at it. And if you want to take the shot, don't worry, I'm not taking the shot. Okay. Well, alright then, yeah. What? I cannot help but gauge where a person's mentality is as far as their, as much as they regard their inner self and the whole picture and what part they play in it. It does, like I said, I found it really confusing more than anything, is how much people could know about this, apart from the very reason of why I got on to the thing in the first place, was to bust these people eventually. Not just the Orgonite, all very pretty and all that, very nice and shit. Yeah, nice. But there's a bigger picture here, yeah? Now these emails are Cerberus, man. That fucks a person up if they didn't pass it on to the next person. And it fucks them even more if they just like kept quiet about them, didn't mention them to the next person, as in Loveday. For him to carry on and go, oh, he's just talking shit all the time about his side, all this. We'll pour paint on him, we'll get him one day, we'll teach him a lesson. And then the other person just like nodding like that, okay, yeah. Because that's what happened. I know you don't have to lie and say you didn't. Fuck. It's like, all forgiveness is given. How more can I forgive? When you bear in mind, it's not me that's causing the trouble here. And it was never me. I got abused by these people online, doing it for fun, and they pay for it. Get me? Oh no, you don't, dear, because you're fucking Freemasons, innit? Oh, you know, a little bit like a Freemason anyway. Have you read these tactics yet? You should do, because that will really clue you up in how to deal with people. Not just yourself, but other people, right? Also, it'll highlight where you've been working, yeah? As in psychologically. Like slipping around the fucking any accountability. And it's not as if I wanted to go, look, it was you, you know, it wasn't like that. So this is it again, where a lack of communication, or skewered communication, bullshit communication, holding information back from the full story for someone else to actually clue up. Because it can get pretty complicated, but it's simple. If it's all... It's so simple, really. It's just that people for so long just went like, oh, I don't know, yeah, just talking shit, yeah. You know, because it's easier, they just can't be bothered talking about it. But, you know, when I'm not there, obviously. When I'm there, you know, yeah, you're kind of like attentive, yeah. Interesting, whatever. And they just don't... I was gonna say, do you know, you don't know how much mental fucking anguish I've gone through to try and get this across to you. And this is before the paint attack, right? That's why I was going madder and madder and madder, because I knew that he knew. Right? Loveday went to France, right? For about, I don't know, nearly a year, yeah? The other person said, oh, but Loveday went to France. Exactly. I thought he went there to actually get his head together, realise, do a bit of dark night of the soul sort of inner work, and heal himself because of his ignorance. But now when he came back, I'd find, of course, by that point, I'd find out a lot more. Fucking tons more. It was certified. And when he came back, I didn't come running up to him and go, look, told you. But I said, look, this was true, you know what I mean? It's like, I really found it out, and I was sorry, let's get him. And he's like, oh, fuck it, bro, no, it's right. I'm like, why are you so against them? I know why. That's because you're a fucking Mason. And have them in your family. And that must be the way you think. Fuck's sake. People, and this is the reason why no one said anything anyway. Anyone who had any worth. As in, like, any potential who could fucking get it out there. Nah. So there's the Cerberus emails alone. They're dodgy, man. These are really dodgy. They just fucking... It's basically them admitting that everything I said was right. Right? So when you consider that, you should have shown these to Loveday. No matter if you thought they were bullshit or not. No matter if he thought they were bullshit or not. Obviously something didn't get shown here in order for them to all come to agreement of one day we'll fucking get him and mute him, which it was about. We'll fucking show him a lesson. That's what he said. I know he said that. We'll teach him a lesson. You pour paint over him and pull his dreads off. And everyone went, yeah. I know we'll get him one day, and then I'll belly you up as we're walking back to let you know Loveday. That we're coming down now. Kind of thing. I know about that too, so don't worry. I've forgiven you for that too. I've forgiven quite a lot of shit, actually. People don't know that I've forgiven them yet. Because they don't know what I know, but I do. And it's not just through kind of like imagining it or intuition. I've been told. I know. That's why. I've been told because Loveday's fucking told too many people. Can't keep his mouth shut, can he? So yeah, he did scratch my car. Twice. And it was all planned, that paint attack too. It went off a bit fucking... Well, it didn't go very well, did it? He didn't pull a dread off. Well, he might have put one hand, I don't know. But it was because they're real dreads. It kind of hurt, yeah? Remember that? Do you remember how I didn't make a fucking sound? Imagine if you did that to Loveday. You only have to get him in a Chinese burn and he sounds like a fucking a flaming pig. It's like that. A hideous sound. And that's even just, not even engaging fully with a Chinese burn. Just the threat of a Chinese burn would make him make those hideous sounds. Did you notice I didn't make a fucking peep? And there was a bit of a delay. What's this about, like, if Loveday comes and attacks me, you'll get him straight away? I didn't really see that happening. Lucky I passed out for about a few seconds, innit, from the pain. Whilst all the oil paint was going in my eyes. And which I had to fucking insist upon that it was oil paint with someone who was disagreeing with me. I'm like, this is more than surreal. If this wouldn't be in a film, because no one would believe it. People would say that's really fucking weird and sinister and sick, considering the amount of information that's there, ready and waiting to pop. And they popped it all right, yeah. Fucked it right up. And they think I'm not like anything against these people, right? It's not that I dislike you, or, oh look, it's not like I'm gonna go mad at you physically. It's these people I originally called, and alright, then it's my fault then for getting involved with organising. And then in that case, then it's all our faults. Because, it's kind of like, it wasn't just me, was it? Well, it was me, yeah? And everyone like freaking riffed along with it until, for not that long. Anyway, these my Masonic diversion tactics. We read them. Fantastic. They should print a copy out for Love Day. In fact, I'm going to print a few copies out. Give one to Steve, give one to Love Day. For them to gauge themselves. Because I don't think after reading them, they're going to be. It's going to be quite interesting, you know what I mean? This is a bit of mental gymnastics for you. See what you can say without actually falling into one of these. Because that's exactly what you're doing. Just by slipping round the place. And it's sick, really. It is quite sick. I don't know whether you know it's sick, or you get a buzz off it, or you don't know it's sick. Just think I'm talking shit, and I'm just numb. Surely, after almost 9 years, 2022 next year, yeah? 2013 I got engaged with these people, so yeah, almost 9 years, yeah? And it wasn't long after it was probably actually when I first got involved with them, I kind of was suspicious about them, yeah? And it took me about not long to find out. And then I kind of interrogated and found out more from there on, from about 2014 onwards, yeah? In which I started pecking Lovelace head about it, because I knew that, like, he could possibly have a look at this, understand it from his weird, warped, Freemasonic point of view. And, you know, which he has smudged in him. You don't have to, like I say, you don't have to go into a lodge, and neither do your parents. But if there's somewhere in your family, then there's going to be a thread there still, a thread of consciousness, yeah. And it is ignorance, arrogance, it's narcissistic. That's the foundations of it, yeah? So it can be dressed up in whatever way you want and pretended that it's not part of a person's personality so much as it really is. That's how twisted it is, really. But fundamentally, exactly the same as the methods of what those Scientologists do, right? Anyway, after those Cerberus emails,